Hello? Please just ignore the fact that my hair's gone static and I look like a news reporter because I'm wearing my glasses that make me look like I'm a news reporter or something like that. And I also apologise for the fact that I'm really half dressed. It's because I'm filming this at like 3:30. I got up an hour ago. Yeah, I'm a lazy bitch, don't judge. It's the holidays, I can do what I want. I hope you all had a really nice Christmas as well. So this video is all about the questions and answers. Most of the questions are about self-harm, and some of them, actually I think there's like one of them, which is about my eating, and one of them is about my pets, so thank you. You know who you are who sent in that question. So thanks, it was nice to have a question that wasn't about mental health problems in the mix. So I hope you like this video. One second. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, thank you. What mental health problems do I have? I've been diagnosed with clinical / major depression, which a lot of people didn't really understand because they say I always seem happy. But the thing is, I just it's just you can smile on the outside when it feels like you're crumbling away and dying on the inside. So, I've been diagnosed with that. There's always I think I have a case of, I think the doctor said it was depersonalization disorder, because when I self-harm, there's a moment of depersonalization where it doesn't feel like it's me who's hurting myself, and I kind of that's why one of the reasons why I kept myself is to feel real, so I can get out of that depersonalization state. Does that even make sense? It does in my head. But yeah, and recently it's happened before and it's starting to happen again. I've had problems with keeping my food down. I try not to eat much, and what I do eat, I end up eating loads and loads and loads, like binging, and then I make myself sick. So I don't know if it's actually serious, like anorexia or bulimia or anything like that, but that's something that only one other person knows about, me and my friend who is bulimic, because she's the only one who would understand. So yeah, I can't really talk to anyone else about that. So yeah, I think the ones I've been diagnosed with are depression and depersonalization. Okay, the next question is, why don't I take my pills? And well, I know loads of people are like, you should take your tablets because otherwise you never know, after a long time they might start working. But I was talking to one of my teachers, and she said if you feel like a medication isn't working after a few months of taking them, you should go back to your doctor and talk to them about how it's not actually doing anything for you. In my case, it's probably different for other people. Maybe it's just the way I react to them. My pills, they don't really do what they're supposed to do. Like, the side effects were, for the first few weeks, increasing suicidal and harmful thoughts. And it's especially if you're an adolescent, me, then that would be I'd be more vulnerable to that side effect. And ever since I've started taking them, it started feeling like that. I felt really anxious and panicky, and yeah, that's supposed to be the opposite of what they're doing. They're supposed to make me feel calmer. I mean, I don't know if antidepressants are supposed to actually make you happy. I think they're just supposed to be mood stabilizers, but I've found myself self-harming quite badly compared to what I used to before I started taking the pills. So, and it's just confused me. My head's all over the place, and it's just I just really didn't see what they were doing for me other than fucking up my mind and making me not understand my problems. So yeah, they weren't really helpful. I stopped eating properly when I was, don't know, it was like quite recently. It was around this year. Because like last year I didn't really have a problem with eating, and like calories didn't really seem that much of a problem to me. I was always careful what I ate because I didn't want to be unhealthy, and like I like to try new things and stuff. I still do, but it's just I get really paranoid about how much I weigh, and I know size doesn't matter. It's like I hate those people who are quite shallow and all they look for in other people and who they want to talk to or anything like that is like how they look or how much they weigh or anything like that. But I think judging someone by appearances is just really stupid, and I'm definitely not one of those people. So I don't know why I always worry about the way I look and how much I weigh. It's a really pathetic thing to stress over, and it's getting absolutely ridiculous because I've just been really. It's the Christmas holidays and everyone puts on weight, even if it's just like a couple of pounds or something. It's nothing to worry about. And then I put on some weight. It was a tiny amount, it was like £2, and I got really paranoid and started just getting really anxious, and then I started weighing myself 8 times a day. And I think it's getting to the point where I'm going to have to like hide the scales or something like that just to stop me from doing it. It's like I have to obsessively do it. And yes, that started. My weird eating habits have they only started like about July, August this year. I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna go get a cup of tea. I drink tea with a straw, get over it. Actually, I drink everything with a straw. Anyway, so someone asked me, have I got any pets? And the answer is yes. In my garden, I have a pond, and it's like full of fish. And I own one of them. That is like the smallest one. It's like that big, and it's called Jaws because it's so small. And don't ask me why. I named it when I was like 12. I was going through a phase of being obsessed with the film Jaws, even though I was terrified of sharks and water at the time. But yeah, I have a fish called Jaws, and I have a dog, and he's a chocolate labradoodle, and he's called Buddy. He's like my best friend. So yeah, he's one, and he's quite big, but he's like a little soppy baby on the inside. Yeah, I have burnt myself. When I was going through a really bad time, I got into like a phase of burning myself with anything I could get my hands on that would do it. Like, I don't know if I don't really want to say because I don't want to help, like, if people are watching this and are looking for ways to hurt themselves, I don't really want to give them ideas. So let's just say, yes, I have burnt myself in various ways. My parents know because, as I said before, they found out earlier this year because they saw my arm and they saw some cuts on it. Uh, Quite a few of my friends know, and one of my one of my teachers know, because I was talking to her about problems and it just came out. But she's been really supportive of the whole thing, and she hasn't told anybody else about it because she knows that my parents know. Who else knows? I think that's it. The only people in my family who know are my parents. Like, my stepsisters don't know, I don't think. But if they do know, they're being pretty quiet about it, which I think is good. But either way, I don't want them to mention it because they'd just be really upset knowing their little stepsisters like been like burning, gutting herself and stuff like that. So I think it's best that they don't really find out. I mean, it's a horrible thing to keep a secret because it just gets out of hand and you feel really lonely when nobody else knows. But, you know, if you do tell someone, make sure it's someone you trust and that it's not going to get out and go around school or work or like wherever it is, however old you are, whoever you are. Just like, I would advise you to tell someone if you feel that you can't really control yourself, because it's nice to have someone to talk to about it. So that's it. If you have any other questions, just feel free to ask me and I'll like message you back answering or something like that. And I also want to say, if you're watching this, Laura, happy birthday for tomorrow, because I think it's your birthday tomorrow and I feel like a twat if it's not. But yeah, that's what it says on Facebook. So I hope you have a nice birthday, and I hope all of you have like a nice new year and all. Okay, bye bye.